I mean, one of the best predictors of whether someone has money is how old they are. So old people are richer than young people. Well, obviously, right? Because they had their whole life to accrue wealth. You know, I mean, you can't buy youth with money. So it isn't obvious who's better off in a situation like that. It's in fact, I think most people who are old and rich would trade it for young and poor fairly damn quickly.
Well, that's why people really get angry when they see young rich people.
Yeah.
This 17-year-old, Lil Pump. How about that? He's famous. 17.
But you know,
I was in high school when I was 17.
Well, the funny thing too, though, is that, you know, even with people who have that sort of, let's call it good fortune, you know, independent of their talent, you don't have to scratch beneath the surface very far, even in successful people's lives, until you find a pretty decent vein of tragedy. You know, and so that jealousy of the successful is also based on a really unidimensional view of exactly what constitutes success. You know, you see the trappings, whatever they might be. Let's say it's a yacht and more money than you know what to do with, and you assume, well, that's going to put that person at the pinnacle of a satisfying life. But there's no shortage of dreadfully unhappy and addicted celebrities. And it isn't obvious always that more money is good for people. You know, I mean, you say, oh, that's a problem I'd like to have. It's like, look, fair enough. Exactly. Yeah. But then you see the person who's broken themselves in half and, you know, come out of a really pathological background and has been successful. And you're like, you're uselessly wasting your life away.
Yes.
That's the sort of person that you really don't like, because they cast you in a very dim light.
So this is where competition is so important, because the person that has a background in competition, has been involved in competition, sees a person who's busted their ass and become something really extraordinary, and it's incredibly inspirational. Mm-hmm. And you look to those people and you want to read their biographies, right, and you want to watch documentaries on them, because it literally gives you fuel. Yeah.